This was the worst house on the block, but in this video, I'm about to take it and turn it into a place that even a homeowner don't recognize.
Let me tell you, it looks like a different house. I'm not sure I can find it. If I came home late at night, I wasn't sure which house was mine anymore.
This video first started when me and my wife was riding around knocking on random people's doors just to see if they'll let us fix their house completely for free. But when the first couple of people didn't answer, we was just about to give up. But that's when we came up on this one, and to be honest with y'all, I was really hesitant about knocking on this door.
Okay, so what are we doing right now?
Stalking him. Investigating, private investigating.
So as soon as I stepped out the truck, it was too late to turn back. I had just seen this guy go back in his house, so I knew he was home, and after knocking on the door and waiting for a few seconds, that's when he answered. I explained to him who I was and what I wanted to do, and of course he was shocked, but that's when he told me just to go ahead and knock myself out. All right, Todd, I'll be out here tomorrow, man, and just don't get started. I'm not gonna even knock on the door.
That's fine.
Now this is gonna be the biggest project that I've ever took on. And at first I had a budget of $2,000, but after walking around and accessing the property, I knew this was gonna blow past that. But it was too late to turn back now, being that I told this guy that I was gonna help him, and to find out exactly what was going on, it was gonna require for me to dig deep.
We really got our work cut out for us.
Well,
I don't even know what's in that corner over there.
Now before I could start building, I had to first attack the yard. Now this wasn't easy because everything appeared to have years of overgrowth, and unfortunately for me, I haven't reached the point to where I could hire a crew yet. But I just took a full day to get everything cleared out, and the end result was a house that haven't been seen in quite some time. After removing everything that was overgrown and exposing how much work I had ahead of me, my biggest challenge was figuring out where I was going to start. And with no experience with ever pouring concrete, I decided that the first thing that I'll do was attempt to try and pour this 9-foot section of missing sidewalk, and the only help I had was my wife. And together, we were stepping into the unknown, and with only one chance to pour this, we only had one time to get it right.
Let me get in on that so I could get these arms back in shape.
Man, them things is skinny.
Babe, they're not skinny at all.
So as the day went on, we was really starting to get confident with every pour. And although the work was tough, surprisingly everything was running smooth. And before you knew it, we had an audience that was growing as the sidewalk was starting to come alive.
all right. That's the end for the day. Guess we're gonna come back. I guess we're gonna come back tomorrow and see how it looks. Ready to tear down that fence tomorrow?
Wrap it up. Let's get the fence.
Now the next step in this project is something that I'm really familiar with doing, and that's building fences. However, that doesn't mean it's gonna be easy, because first I gotta demo this whole thing, so I just grabbed my chainsaw and got to work. So with the old fence torn down, I ran into an issue that I wasn't expecting. There was 4 trees sitting right on the fence line, and there was no way I was gonna be able to do a new construction and just leave them there. So I had to call in an old friend that has a tree company that came out the next day to help me. So with all the trees cleared, it was time to set some new posts and start fresh. And I wasn't gonna be taking any shortcuts this time because I wanted this fence to last forever. One by one, the posts went in and the boards was going up. And you could finally see this property taking shape. But with the sun going down, I figured it was time I get this thing wrapped up. Now, instead of Ty's house being an eyesore, his house now has a clean and strong fence, and I'm pretty sure the whole neighborhood could feel a difference.
Wow. What a fence. Easy swing. Gotta love it. And look, you can stand on this thing. It ain't going anywhere. Unbelievable. You're truly a hoss, John.
You better believe it.
Brother, I love
I told him
It's hard to believe that one man can do all this in 2 days. By himself. Literally by himself. Unbelievable. Man works like a dog.
So for the past few weeks, I had something that was really on my mind. This breakfast nook. The walls was cracked and falling apart, and something just kept telling me that this was gonna be more than a past job. This was possibly gonna be a total rebuild.
it's the inside of the house.
And my assumption was right, because after removing the siding, I noticed that there was termite damage and there was some still living in there. So I called on my pastor, and together we started ripping it apart so we could rebuild this thing. So with everything stripped down, I found it not to be as bad as I thought. So we started working on getting it framed back up and rebuilt the right way. Because being that Tide had this breakfast nook rebuilt like 3 times already, we wanted to make sure this time it would last.
John, they did a good job. I don't care if I got to say so myself.
So with everything framed up, it was time to install the windows and give Todd a view that he haven't seen in a very long time. And to be quite honest with y'all, I'm really proud of myself. But I'm even more happy for Todd because this was something that was long overdue. With just a few more finishing touches, I believe we turned the corner of this house into a masterpiece. Now, as the breakfast nook was wrapped up, I figured I'd go out front and paint the shutters just to bring everything together. And this was one of those bittersweet moments because after doing so much work on this house, everything was finally coming to a close.
Let's go see what Ty think about all this. It's our last day, Ty.
Yeah?
I just want to see what you think about how it look. I know you've been watching me do it the whole time, so we're not gonna fake the reaction for the camera.
No.
But
No, but let me tell you, it looks like a different house. I'm not sure
yeah.
I can find it. If I came home late at night, I wasn't sure which house is mine anymore.
yeah, is that because of your eyes or that's how I look?
No, that's because the way it looks.
Yeah, I got you.
Now, this is one of the greatest moments about doing this stuff to me, y'all. Because like I always say, you can help 1,000 people, and as time go on, you're gonna forget about everybody that you help, but not one of those people are ever gonna forget you. And really for me, y'all, it's all about creating memories that'll last a lifetime.
Pride and joy right here.
This the one I thought was gonna
Man,
take
I
me
tell
out,
you
Ty.
what, let me tell you, that's not just done on the outside. Double pane windows, and all of the studs were rotten, the floor joists were rotten, everything was
They had
rotten.
termites in there too.
Yep.
So I came into this project with a budget of $2,000, but to be honest with y'all, I totally lost track of it. And that's simply because I wanted to give Ty something that he couldn't believe. And it was such an honor for me to be doing this for him that there was no way I was gonna let money get in the way.
How long that's been like that?
Oh, Lord. 10 years.
Now, if I ain't mistaken, you said, how many times you said you had it?
2 or 3 times. And I've been here 35, almost 40 years, so it's probably been redone a couple times.
Yeah, this will be the last
Never
time.
done right like this.
Yeah, this will be the last time.
Yeah. Sir, I can't thank you enough.
Oh,
you know
man.
that, John. I don't know if you know how appreciative I am, but believe
I
me,
know it, Ty.
it goes beyond explanation.
Oh, yeah.
If Uncle John knocks on your door, you make sure you answer, because he went to another house,
I did.
knocked on the door, they didn't answer, came around the corner and saw me in my house and said,
That's
I think
true.
that old man needs some help. I almost didn't answer. I was in the back room and I said, is that somebody at the door? I better go check.
Oh,
I
yeah.
opened the door and I thought it was a crazy man telling me he was gonna fix my house for nothing.
It was a crazy man.
It is a crazy man. Y'all make sure you like and subscribe to this man's YouTube, and I'd like to say a special thanks to Miss Raven also. She came here and worked like a dog in this yard. I tell you what, I never knew a woman could work that hard, but she worked out here in that heat like it was nothing, scraping stuff and cutting stuff. She was a little scared of the backyard, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame her. There was lions and tigers and bears back there.
Who knows who was back there?
No kidding.
I was back there. But anyway, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. And like I always say, who knows, we may be at your house next.
Hey.